Hello everyone, Hound here, back again to posting videos. And I thought for this video, a great idea was to go back to the beginning of the game because I realized that the majority of the players who are watching my videos are relatively new to the game. So in order to provide some sort of content that helps them be able to improve their gameplay, I thought the best way to start is by going to the very beginning of the game and showing them things that I wish I had known when I started playing Vikings War of Clans. So let's jump right into it. So as you guys can see right now, this is a brand new account that I just thought would be the West. This is a brand new account that we're logged onto, and I thought this would be the best way to approach the video is by starting right off the bat with the brand new account, going through all of the tutorials, talking about what exactly you need to do to start off your Vikings War of Clans gameplay. So some people really do not care much about the tutorials. I think the tutorials are good. They don't teach you everything, but they do teach you enough to get a hold of the game, get a grip of the game, and understand the game more clearly. So let's just jump right into it and see what it says. So it says, Jarl, or Jarl, your outpost was successfully expanded. The first thing you need to do is provide your warriors with provisions. A filling feast makes them fight like a beast. Okay, so let's click continue and see what it's asking us to do. My guess is going to tell us to build a farm. Let's build it. Give your builders some meat. They'll work at speed. You can speed up any buildings process that lasts less than 5 minutes without any extra cost. Okay, perfect. So we can click on free. Building successfully completed. The reward awaits you in the quest window. So this is the first point where we understand one of the best tips, I guess, for starters is to look into your quest window. You get most of your tips from there, what to build and what to do next. So let's just click continue, go here to our quests and click claim. Once you click claim, as you can see at the top here, we're getting some rewards, some resources, so we can continue to grow. And then it says Jarl, completing recommended quests is an easy way to get spoils and a quick route to prosperity for your town. I agree with this. So let's click on barracks. They want us to train some troops, I guess, so we can defend and attack people. In order to do that, we need to build our barracks. Click on build. Less than 5 minutes, as we can see, so it's free. Take advantage of all the free processes that you can get because boosts are going to be something that aren't really the hardest thing to come by later on in the game, but initially they'll be one of your downfalls. So the barracks are built, but do not praise the sword until you see it in battle. Let's start training some warriors. Okay, let's do that. So as you guys can see, it's now telling us where exactly we have to go in order to train our warriors, which is perfect. So once we click there, you can expand your army's ranks in barracks, but some warriors will be unavailable until you learn the necessary knowledge in the oracle. So now from the barracks, it's telling us where we need to do the knowledge upgrades, which are the oracle building, which is again another good guidance from the tutorials. So my Jarl, this time I've selected the number of warriors for you, but henceforth it will be you who will have to choose the number of warriors to train. Ideally, when you start off the game, you don't want to build any troops. You just want to start farming with as little troops as possible. So just do T1s. You don't want to get your troops to eat all your food because food's going to be something that's a little bit difficult earlier on in the game, if you don't want to spend, that is. So click on continue, train. Yeah, so one thing to notice, as you guys can see here, it's less than 5 minutes, but we don't get the free thing. That's because those free boosts apply only to building and knowledge, not to training. So training is completely different, and you have to use your own boost, regardless of how long there is. So try to use boost items that instantly reduce the time required for any processes that are started in your town. So we just click continue, boost, and apply it. Look here. One of the issues that I have with Vikings War of Clans in regards to the boosts, it only offers you the top boost that tells you how long you need to finish it. Other games have a suggestion mechanism where they suggest 10 of this specific boost, plus 3 of this specific boost, plus 3 of this, just gets your entire thing done. In Vikings War of Clans, you just get the top boost that completes the process at the very top, and that's the one that usually is suggested to you. I think one good feature that they could add is definitely the suggestion mechanism, especially for like even higher tier training. We end up training hundreds and millions of troops, right? So getting a specific click that you can just click and get the specific amounts of boost would be perfect. But let's just go ahead. As you guys can see, this is 15 minutes, but we only have a 3-minute process. Let's just apply it. It doesn't really make a difference earlier on in the game. So scouts report enemy fortification near our town. This will be a fine battle. Let's go ahead. Okay, let's just click continue. In reality, you're not going to have a battle like this where you're going to attack a tile and oh, they changed it. Okay, so when I started off, it was just a tile, but now I guess it's a town. Hit the enemy town icon to get all the available information about your enemy. Oh, that's nice. I'm guessing they changed the tutorials because it wasn't like this when I started off. Perfect. It gives you a better understanding of how the game works. So gather troops for attacks. Good spoils in the form of resources await us. So click continue. You would have to drag this or type in a number, but they did it for us anyway. So we just click send. As you guys notice, it was 33 seconds, but it's moving much faster. Again, it's because of the tutorial, so you have to look and pay attention to the time. You can view your troops' movements to the global map. My Jarl, a messenger, has brought good news. Your warriors successfully attacked the enemy town. You can find the battle results in the mail window. Okay. I actually like that they changed the tutorial because it was a little bit weird. We're just attacking tiles when we started off. I haven't started an account in like 4 or 5 years, so I really didn't know how it would look like. So let's go back to this. It says, to defend your town from enemy espionage, you can use the peace treaty item. Okay. Nice. So now they're telling you how to apply a peace treaty. When I started off, you just had a 3-day peace treaty on your account. You couldn't really choose to set one, but now it's showing you how exactly to do it. Again, really good job by them to change this feature of the tutorial. It gives you a better understanding of how to apply the peace treaty, and now you know how to protect yourself. Earlier on, we didn't even know that until a really long time. So great, now your town will be protected for 3 days. Click on continue. Jarl, everything is ready at the Oracle. You can start learning knowledge. The most important building in Vikings War of Clans is your Oracle. So first, you need to learn knowledge about invaders. Again, that's a really good tip. Initially, they didn't even tell us any of this stuff, right? It was just about do your buildings, build everything, try to gather resources, try to burn other cities. But now they're giving you the best possible tips, in my opinion at least, which is the invaders. They're super important to do. Let's read more of what this says. So once you acquire this knowledge, you can defeat dangerous creatures that have spread throughout the area and get trophies. I feel like they've changed the tutorial, and it's a really amazing update to the tutorial. I really wasn't expecting this. I was just trying to get us through the normal version of tutorial that I remember. So as you can notice here again, we get the free thing. So let's get that free. Jarl, you're now ready to fight invaders. Okay, so we just unlocked the level 1 invaders. Again, it's taking us to the invaders, something that I wish existed at the time when we started off. Okay, this is a Hun. In reality, we're not going to be able to defeat this with the level 1 account, but I guess for the tutorial's sake, hit the invader icon to get all the available information about them. Wow, I didn't even know this was updated. Okay, so normal attack. There's no way we're going to be able to defeat a Hun in a level 1 account with no knowledge, but oh well, it's just for the sake of the tutorial. So continue learning knowledge. I guess we defeated the Hun somehow. And our hero is level 2. Hero is super important in this game. A glorious victory, Jarl, but this was just a warm-up. The next invader will be more powerful. And you'll need more hero energy to defeat them. Okay, great. Let's do... every invader you kill brings you special trophies. You can find a battle result in the mail window. Okay, where do we go? Perfect. Mail. News about military events is in the report section. Again, something that we didn't have. We didn't really know what all of this stuff was earlier on when we started. So I think this is a great job by them to work on their tutorial. You want to get people to understand how the game functions. Again, as I was saying, I wasn't expecting this stuff to be there in the tutorial. I just wanted to do a quick video of things that I wish existed in the game when I started off, or things I wish I knew. And this is just blowing me away. So it's more of a learning experience for me as well, just going through the tutorial, because 4 or 5 years ago, this wasn't how it started. So let's click there. Reports, we can see the first attack that we did, and the second attack is the Hun that we just attacked. Nice trophy there. Mayoral, this report contains information about all the trophies you get when you fight invaders. I don't even know what this trophy is. It's a nice thing. I don't think it really exists in the game. Trophies received in battle are in your inventory in the items window. Again, it's showing us where everything is. This is amazing. It wasn't like this when we started. Completely different tutorial. Okay, this is just a novice coffer. Okay, so victory over the invader has brought you a coffer of trophies. Hurry up and open it. Okay, let's click on apply, see what it gives us. A 15-minute boost times 5. Okay, these trophies are in my items tab and you can use them at any time. Continue, close this. Name yourself, your fellows in arms will call you by this name and your enemies will tremble at the hearing of it. Okay. Let's choose this guy because I like him. Is it possible to do just baby hound? It's probably oh no, it's not taken. Perfect. Mayoral, fortune smiles upon you. Use the advantages you've gained. So we now learn about the VIP. Again, something that's really important in the game. Not so important earlier on, but somewhat important. Well, very important later on. So, my ruler, your people await you in the next orders. Your warriors are eager to imbue their swords with enemy blood. Your journey towards power, glory, and wealth begins today. Become the decider of the world's fate. Complete. Again, really nice that they're giving you some rewards. Really good tutorial. It wasn't like this when I started off, definitely. So, yeah, that's perfect. So we got a good understanding of everything in the game. They talked about invader knowledge, super important thing to know. So I guess that's it. We just go and claim our quests. Really nice way of claiming quests. Again, it wasn't like this when we started off. They've made it much easier, which is perfect. So now it's giving you suggestions. So construct a lumber mill. Quests are really important earlier on, but there are some mistakes that the quests kind of have within them where we'll be going over them right now. So the game says in order for you to get the next rewards, the next series of rewards, you need 3 more lumber mills, 3 more farms. It's trying to give you a balanced amount of all these buildings, but the balanced amount of all those buildings really don't help you. You need a specific resource to focus on, and we do call this like I forget what we call it, but it's like you need a certain amount of all those buildings for a specific resource, and you mass produce that resource and you use that resource to trade with your clanmates and get other resource types. That's the best way to grow. Trying to do balance just makes it so much difficult for you to get all of the specific resources that you need. Earlier on in the game, I would say until you get to Palace 20, it doesn't really make a difference. Having a balanced amount just means you can rely on yourself and not have to bargain and trade. But I think trading is one of the most important features in the game that's somewhat lost at this point for like really bigger players, because you just get to buy as many resources as you want, so you don't really need to trade. Okay, we got our building done there. I'm going to stop doing all the quests because this game is just going to make me do all the quests. But yeah, so one thing that I wanted to say, definitely, by my reaction, the tutorial has changed, and it's a really great change. Because when we started off, we didn't have any of these informations. We really didn't know what to do, how to play the game, what there is to do. So so that aside, it really kind of changed the idea of my video, but I kind of want to do what I wanted to do, which is look into the hero skills. I think this is one of the areas where people make a mistake earlier on. If we look at the hero skills, we have main, invaders, and special. Special only shows up after levels, so like 60 to 70 is where you get the special ones. Invader is the most important. The first thing you want to do is finish this, get this to 10. So before you go to the other two, get this to 10. This is super important. You want to get this to 10. In your main, the first 2 things you want to focus on are building and learning. in my opinion, you should do building first because you end up having to build a bunch of the buildings. And by the time you get to the majority of your buildings being at a certain level, you do have a good amount of hero level to fill this up. So it's not that really big of a deal. In my opinion, you should do your building because at this point, if you look at our town, there's one more here. If you look at our town here, we don't have any buildings. So we're going to build first, right? Before we do most of the knowledge, because the knowledge really depends on the level of the buildings. And if you start off with the knowledge, it's a good idea, but it's just not as effective. So we need to build we've built the barracks. We need to build our manors and infirmaries. Everything's below 5 minutes, so I can just use the free bonus there and not have to use any boosts. Infirmaries, I would use gold, but just for the sake of showing you the right way of doing it. So now we got those. We got this, so we need a stone and iron, I think. So stone and mine, sorry, not iron. This and this. Let's see. There we go. So now we have all our 4 essential resource buildings. We got those. I don't know if we can build this yet. No, we can't. So now I think we're good to go to the next palace level. Let's just claim all our quests and get the extra resources. And as you can see, we're leveling up the heroes so fast that it's not really a big of a deal whichever one we start. So I think we need to go up here. It's free. So now we need to follow what this says. So the best suggestion I can give you is try to focus to get your palace up. And the best way you can do it is by going through the suggestions that this tells you. So it says wall should be level 2. You click go to, but it says for your wall to go to level 2, you need a forge level 2. So you just click build. And you choose a location where you want to build your forge. I love to build it here. All my accounts have the forge there, I think. The 2 of my accounts that I have. So let's do that. And in order for the forge to go to level 2, we need a level 2 mine. So we go that, click there, upgrade. And now it brings us back to the forge. So this is one thing that I really like about this game. Other games kind of like get you a little bit jumbled up when you get into the suggestion things. It just, once you click on the level 2 building, it doesn't bring you back to this initial building that you wanted to upgrade. This brings you back, which is perfect. So now we need to get this to level 2. That upgraded. So now for our forge to go to level 3, we need these. But that's not what we wanted, right? We wanted our wall to go higher. So we have to be mindful of that. We don't need to upgrade our forge. We wanted to get our wall up, right? So we have to be kind of mindful. It is a little bit tricky. And again, we can just click claim, right? Click claim, see if we can get our hero up another level. So it didn't happen. Let's go back to the hero in the skill section. Let's give it some more of the building boosts. So now our palace upgrade will be a little bit cheaper, right? And we can upgrade our palace again. It's above the 5-minute threshold, but we got some extra 15-minute boost, so we can apply 1, and then it's free again. We don't need that. So now we want to go to a higher palace level. It says go to again, and we need a forge to be higher. The mine has to be higher. So let's do that, and it's free. The forge is also free, and the wall is free. The wall is free even though it was above 5 minutes because now we have our VIP, so keep that in mind. So now we could go to a higher palace level, but I think for now we shouldn't. Let's try to get other free buildings done, right? So we just get those free buildings done. So now our oracle is up to level 3. We might be able to do building levels. Okay, we're missing silver. There might be some silver here in the quest. Okay, we got our hero up another level, which is perfect. I don't think there's enough silver in the quests, so disregard that. Let's go back to the hero. Again, this is the super important thing that I wish I had known. I didn't even have any of these done on my hero earlier on in the game until I found a group of people that actually knew what the game was about, and they tried to help me with this sort of information. All of my hero stuff wasn't applied, so everything was super expensive. So keeping that in mind, you have to go back to the hero every time you want to do an upgrade. So we don't have enough silver. Okay, sorry. We don't have enough silver, but we can still upgrade some of these buildings, right? So we just do upgrade there for free, another upgrade, and now they need the palace. Upgrade for free, and then another upgrade. And the last one. So I will give you in a second the reason why I'm doing all of this, right? So currently the issue that we have is silver. And the issue that you will have in the long term is going to be silver. The game again suggests that you need 4 infirmaries, or 5 I guess, and 5 barracks and 5 manors. That's one point that you want to go away from the suggestion that the game's giving you. Even though you get a little bit of a reward from the quests, you kind of don't want to do it, right? Or you could just build them as level 1 and then just break them if that's the thing you want. You want to get the quest rewards, that's up to you. In my opinion, you need 1 barracks earlier on in the game, right? You don't need many troops, so you need only 1 barracks. And since you don't have many troops, your infirmaries, you could do 1 or 2. Really, you honestly want to avoid losing your troops, so maybe you should do 2. But 1 or 2 of those, and the most important building, well, seeing as the game gave us, let's just demolish this. I'm just gonna go with 1, right? So the most important building is these manors. These are the most important buildings that you need. So build as many of them as humanly possible, but keep 1 spot available for your war block. This is a super important building in the game, and you'll use it later on. We're missing a workshop, so let's put the workshop here. Or wait, is that the workshop? No, that's the hero's abode. Okay, so workshop goes there, build, and it's free. Free, upgrade, free, and then free. And the hero's abode, also super important because this gives you extra heroes experience. And as I was saying, the most important thing that you want to do is get your hero up. So get this up for as much as it's free without having to spend any boost. So now we get an extra 15% every time we get experience for our hero. So now if I claim this, I get more experience than I would have before upgrading the hero's abode. So let's see if we get a hero level. We don't. Our hero is at 6. It's super close to being 7. So we just have to do another couple buildings, upgrades. So we do this, the game's gonna give us another batch of quests. And here, another free set of buildings. Just build them and get your quest points. The extra bonuses are worth it. So let's just click claim. I think the hero will go up as predicted. Very nice. And just claim some more. Disregard that. So hero is here. Let's just get the buildings done. So as you noticed, before we even finished Palace 3, we got our buildings. So now we get an extra 40% boost. That's amazing. Something I wish I had known or someone would have told me earlier on in the game, like 4 or 5 years ago. And this super important super important knowledge in the hero section. Get that done. It's super important. All right. So we still don't have any shaman, and that's not really that big of a deal for us. The most important knowledge in the game is definitely by far the invaders. So we don't really care about the shaman for now. So now we get here and we have a choice. Are we going to do hero's energy restoration, hero's speed, or hero's critical ability? Let's see what it takes for us to go to the level 2 invaders. So we click on that. It says the first 4 have to be to level 4 for us to be able to get this to level 2. And we also need a level 6 oracle. So it's going to be a long time for us to be able to get to the level 2 if we're just going to not be spending and just working our way slowly. The most important from all 3 of this initially is between the restoration, because you're not spending, right? So you want your hero to get its energy back as quick as possible. And the next would be the critical ability. My most important one would be the critical ability. I'm just going to click here to upgrade it. I'm not going to spend any boost, right? We're starting off the game. We don't want to spend everything. Now, what's super important to do now that you know how the buildings and stuff and everything else functions is to go to your clans list here and click on that and set it to all languages and clan type any. Look for the biggest clan that's there in your server. Your aim is going to be joining that biggest clan. The reason being, the biggest clan in the server will most likely be able to score more points than every other clan in the server. Now, it's not going to be easy for you to get into the biggest clan because let's look at the amount of players that they have. Obviously, it's a really new clan. There's one player here must have spent a little bit to get to where he is. Good on him for good on him for like trying to be the biggest person in the server. I wouldn't suggest spending so much earlier on in the game. You want to get an understanding of how the game functions before you go into spending. So this person would not handle a one-on-one, even though it's pretty close to the same influence as my main account. There's no way he's going to handle a one-on-one versus my main account. He just has a lot of troops at this point, right? Look at his troops. He has 1.3 billion troops. His troops aren't strong. He probably doesn't have the best knowledge, but he's spending. And the way that we could grow as smaller players is by joining him in his clan. So what I would do from here is send a message to the chief, because this is an invite-only clan, or write on their clan's wall, because your palace is less than 15. Okay, so we can't write on the clan's wall. The next best thing is to just send a message to the chief. Here. And he hasn't been online. So let's look at the elder, this person. Let's send them a message. So, hi, I am new to the game. Can I join your clan, please? So he might accept us. He might just not accept us because we're super small. So if you do end up getting rejected, don't worry about it, right? We just started this account less than 20 minutes ago. And this person could be a really nice person and just say, okay, just get in. Or they could just say, well, you're too small for us to take you in as of now. Not a big deal. We're going to get in eventually. So the best way you can do that is by working on your power. And as of now, we're much higher than where we were initially. And as you can notice, the quests also do give you some power boosts. The really low levels of the quest don't, but the higher level of the quest do. Did we get a message from him? Oh no, we didn't. This is the initial attack on the town. Oh well. Okay, so I think this is pretty much a good stopping spot for now. I think we did a good review of the tutorial. Those tutorials were amazing. By far much better than what I had initially experienced myself. So collect your daily subscriptions also. You get a lot of gold, some tasks. This is the most important thing that you get from them, the Marks of Resolve. And also collect this because I think on the 17th, on the 18th day, you get the hero double, super important. And everyone just, like, some people usually go to 18 and not do the 19th days to reset it to 18 again. The stuff up here aren't really that important, but it's up to you. This is super important. So try to get all of your 30 days in the first time you're playing the game, and you will be able to grow much faster. So this is also something important you should claim. Okay, let me just claim it before I forget. And I think that's a good stopping spot for this video. I hope that I was able to show you some really new or better idea of how the game should function. I am going to keep up with this account. I think this video is just going to be super long if I want to go through everything. I think this is a good stopping spot for now. And yeah, that's it for this video. If you do like the video, be sure to leave a like and comment what exactly you learned from the video. And be sure to subscribe for more similar content. I will be keeping up this series and try to get a new account up from nothing and see how long or how difficult it is going to be for me, having the knowledge that I have right now. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.